Hey folks, Vic Noble here, and I'm going to run through 3 different trades that were hit on Friday, November the 22nd, 2019, yesterday as I'm recording this, and just things that you might consider regarding keeping them over the weekend or not. Okay, just a reminder, we are hosting a free webinar in a couple of days, Monday, November 25th, and it's going to be all about how to trade when you're just too busy to be at your charts, which applies to the vast majority of people. Right, so it's going to be a very popular webinar, so just be sure to register. There's a link in the text below this video, and if you can't attend live, no worries, we'll send you the recording, but obviously you need to be registered in order to receive the recording. Okay, if you like this video, please hit the like button and follow us, and when you do follow us, be sure to hit that little bell so that you get notified whenever I put up videos like this extra video you wouldn't know about unless you were following us. And hopefully you find it helpful. Okay, let me show you the trades from Friday. Hey folks, it's Vic Noble here, coming to you from a rainy and chilly morning here in Vancouver. And I just thought I'd make a short video showing 3 trades that were hit for us on Friday and could still be open, depending on individual risk tolerance, ability to read price action, etc. And I'll just go through them. This first one is on the CAD yen pair. Let me just go to the weekly chart, because you should always start with your higher time frames. And you'll notice that this was a resistance level here that got hit again. And what we do when that happens is we start looking to see if there is evidence that price could be going up from there on our daily chart. And you can see this blue pin bar reversal candle here. This is an advanced candle action trade. And this is the nice thing about those. You just wait till the end of the day and see what you have. And then on Friday, which is this red candle, we were looking to be a buyer. Keep in mind, we do have lower highs happening here. So we want to keep an eye on this trade. But we did come to this level of old resistance, now support, and made this pin bar reversal. And in his pre-market analysis video, Darko pointed out this level right here as a place to look for a reaction, and certainly there was. In consideration of it being Friday and the price action that I showed you on the daily, it's possible that you might want to take some profit up in here. And again, there's not a right or wrong answer to this. When you're going for larger moves, which we like to do, you want to remove risk and or take profit, but you want to hold on to at least part of your position for a much higher move. So how you handle this is going to be determined by your experience level and so on. But this hit this level quite nicely that we saw on the daily chart too. There was let me just go back to that for 1 second here. There was a level right in here that we just want to keep an eye on. See this level right here where there's a reaction? We just want to keep an eye on that. So there's a kind of a good reason for maybe taking some partial profit. And as it came down into the close of Friday, you see it came all the way back down. So you have to decide, am I going to keep this or not? You might want to consider obviously your own risk tolerance. You got to consider the swap rate that you're going to pay and that kind of thing. So I'm pointing these out because these are the kind of things that you have to figure out along the way in your trading development. They're very important. Okay, you had a slight profit at the end of the day, so you got to make that decision. With the other trade, we had a couple more. We had one on the New Zealand US dollar pair. And again, we look at the weekly chart. Let me zoom this out a bit. I want you to see what happens. Look at this level. Support. It breaks it. It becomes resistance. It hits it again. Goes down. And then let me just zoom this in again so you can see. Look at this past week. It went up and hit. Remember, this is a weekly chart. It hit this level and reacted. What happened on the daily chart? It was right here on Thursday. Big rejection down there. That's very negative. So we want to sell a rally, okay? And if you go down to the hourly chart, let me do that. Keep it on this level, 64.22. That's a level that we're interested in selling at. And if we go down to the hourly chart, that is this level right here. I've got it marked here as well. And we have, when there's no visible kind of resistance on the way up here, we have other techniques for getting in. So this is called at 64.20. This has been a nice move down. We actually came into this level right here. A little reaction at the end of the day. So again, you could have taken some partial profit. In this trade here, you have a lot more profit in the trade going into the weekend, so it's one that you could elect to hold over the weekend. Maybe you like this one better than you did on the CAD yen trade. And so I'm just pointing these out to help you in your thinking process of how you're going to handle these kind of trades. Let me see here. So there's another one, and again, always consider the fact that you're going to pay or receive the swap rate over the weekend, depending on the currency pair. And on the US yen pair, let's go to the weekly chart, and we had this weekly level here. You see this resistance, and it broke it and closed above it here, and it came back and we tested it. And on the daily chart, when we came back again this week, this is what happened. We had this nice pin bar reversal, and at this level, this is a really good level right here. So we'll see what happens. Again, we buy a pullback, and some people advocate buying a breakout. You have a way more pip risk when that happens. Buying a dip like we do gives you a much less pip risk. It is possible, of course, that you miss the trade if it doesn't pull back, but generally you do get some kind of move back, and where you can pick it up much more cheaply. So if we go down to our daily, our hourly chart, Darko pointed this out in his pre-market analysis video. Excuse me. He may have actually, to be honest with you, I think he might have forgotten to mention this level here. But I mean, our members who trade these, they are very well aware of levels to buy at and how to filter them out. But this was a very, very obvious level to buy at, and so. I mean, you could have bought up higher in here. The only issue is you have to consider risk, how much you're risking in terms of pips, and how much you're going to make. So this made logical sense. And up it went. Again, on a Friday, you're testing these highs in here, and then it comes off at the end of the day. So again, you have to figure out, are you going to keep this trade over the weekend, or how are you going to handle this trade? So that was that one. But the point I want to make in this video is that trade management is gigantic. Like, you need to have a plan on how you're going to handle your trades, whether you're holding them over the weekend or during the week and that kind of thing. So, and you can follow this along, see what happens with these over the next few days, or when the markets open again for the beginning of trading. So I hope this little video was helpful in terms of just things to consider. And just always remember that the strength is in the higher time frames. Okay, the smaller the time frame you get, the more noise you get, and so just stay with the higher ones and try to key off of them, and it'll greatly help your trading, in my opinion and experience. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. I hope this was helpful, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.